lakes today. If you're looking for that perfect round 67 that I have played and am editing, this is not it. I really struggled around this course. It's got, look at this super narrow fairway to start. Like, that's only a few feet offline, and it's way in the rough. It is a par 5 though, so we'll give ourselves a little opportunity and get really lucky with a cart path bounce to get back in the fairway, or else I may have been in the rough on every shot. Kind of a bailed out swing right there, but just enough to get on the green for an opening par. So a little shaky, but we're going forward. That was a super heel. Get a kick off of a tree, and gotta reset and move on. Just trying to move it forward here and get it in the worst possible place. I thought that would for sure fade. It goes dead straight. I decided to just try and go over the top. Not so much. So hitting our 4th shot on a par 4. I do like the look of Windaroo lakes. We got palm trees, we got water, got a lot of out of bounds, we got a lot of bunkers up by the greens, so definitely like a high-end country club or high-end members only maybe course from the looks of it. If it's a municipal course somewhere, someone let me know where this is. I'm planning a vacation. We're only on the 3rd hole. It's another par 5. Left ourselves 91, good number. Let's dial it in. I think it's short, but it's only short by a couple inches. Forced to take a par there on a good approach. 4th hole, 376. I'm not driving the ball well today. There's a direct correlation between me hitting it 250 on the fairway and me hitting it 226 or in the rough, and my score at the end of the round. Big correlation between those. Looking on video on this round, my swing looks like it's just not unfolding at the right time. It's like really late, and I look like I'm struggling to even get the club to turn the corner at all. Here, come up short again of that gimme circle. Just kind of cruel. We'll take the bogey, but we're at +3. That one looked like it cleared a little better, but obviously didn't hit it correctly or on the face or how I wanted, and it comes up really short and right. Still working on my game. I've had a couple really good rounds lately, and I've had this round which I didn't particularly play well on at all, so it's kind of concerning that it's so inconsistent, but I think judging by the last 3 or 4, which will drop sometime next week, I really think I'm getting there. I'm going to go play a scramble in a couple days outside and see if working to get back into some sort of golf shape has its payoffs. Good chip there to save par on the 6th. 7th hole. 180, and that's really bad too. I think these are towed. It looks like I'm pulling my arms in towards my body to try and correct some sort of bad swing, and I think some of it has to do with my grip. I typically have a really weak left hand and then a pretty neutral right hand. You can see the right hand there is pretty neutral, but the left hand's kind of sucked under the club a little bit, and I've been experimenting a little bit with getting a stronger left hand grip, but then being able to hold the club more loose with that hand. The way I have it now is certainly more comfortable, but I think there's some serious limitations at the top of the swing on how that wrist hinges that I'm looking at on video here in a couple days, and then also how that club releases after impact, and if I can keep the face straight in that really strong left hand position. So something to look forward to in future videos. I honestly think that's one of the reasons I was being kind of inconsistent, because if I could time that left hand up right, it worked out really well, but if I couldn't, I would struggle. This one, again, look at this. I would be a much better scorer for sure if I had a couple inches of green rolling out go my way. Yeah, these drives are just garbage. That was not hit on the face at all. We are now under a tree on 10. While I was blabbing on, we've jumped to +7, and then I've hit 900 branches with my second shot here on 10. Yeah, that just looks like I'm turning way too much like a corkscrew and then getting really late to the ball. I don't feel like that in recent rounds. I feel much more confident swinging through the ball and sending it on line, and even posting on my left leg a little better, which, if you notice, I roll that left foot every time, and I've been working on trying to feel that ground force instead. No bad round of mine would not be complete without a horrible slice. And there it was, a hosel shot, if you will. And that definitely tells me that I am having to pull in towards my body to hit the ball, and then when I finally do try and release one, I hit the ball. So it's somewhat of a setup and somewhat maybe of this grip thing that I've been thinking about. Par 5, 12th hole, already at +9, and here goes one left next to a river. It's in play though, 100 yards. Yeah, I don't like how those swings are finishing so flat. That tells me that I'm really pulling the club around my left knee, instead of kind of finishing out in front of the target a little bit more. We do manage to par there. Another par 5 coming up. Windaroo Lakes. Look at these. The fairways just remain very narrow, very hard to hit. There's water and out of bounds on both sides here. Cart path. No. Under the tree. No. So really tough position here. I think this is like a 7 or 8 iron. Just trying to get it to the right hand side, and I almost hit it in the water. And then trying to hold the gimme circle again, and just a few feet outside. So another bogey. We are definitely struggling this round. Not trying to hide it from anybody. It's been rough. I switched the shaft out in the driver, trying to like find something, and it didn't work. I was just popping this other shaft straight up in the air. 148 though. We're gonna try and salvage the 14th hole here. That looked a little better. It's coming up short. That must be toe again. So it's like a fear of the hosel shot that makes you pull it in more, and you get this toe go nowhere shot, which during this round in particular, my distances were so bad because I was getting such poor contact with the irons. 136, par 3, 15th. As I say, the swing looked better, but it was a little closed. And we thankfully hold the 2-putt circle and get a legit par there on 15. A long par 4 here, 452. Just try and kind of send it on its way, since I couldn't actually swing with the driver. Really gotta get after this one. 189. Came across it a little bit with the face. Maybe you would have had the distance if it landed on the green and rolled out, but it's about hole high to the left. And then a really bad chip. That was never online and never far enough. So, guess what? Another bogey. Just really bogey golfing it around Windaroo. Now this has happened to me a few times. Finally hit a sort of straight drive and then realized it's a huge dog leg. And I hit through it. So par 4, 160 something. I don't know why I thought this would like go through all the trees, but then it gets some sort of a glitch and goes like 17 neighborhoods away. So 721 yards away from target and a 560 yard 6-iron. And I end up in some houses in the next town. So a weird glitch there at Windaroo. I will also say I calibrated the Garmin R10 after this round just because I thought that it was a little too bad of shots sometimes. There were some good shots though too, so that made me think that it was probably just me, but miss an opportunity there from the other town 550 yards away. We could not get back in play. We are at plus 14 going to 18, and it's a par 4, and we leave ourselves really far, only driving it like 220, something very wrong. It was another short one, so I look tired. I'm definitely not hitting the ball off the center of the face, and this is sometimes what you get. We're going to be able to get par here and stay at plus 14. We're going to just get the heck out of there and play that one at some other point when I'm swinging a little better. Look at that card. It's one of the worst cards that I've ever posted. Windaroo Lakes, though. If you like the course, comment below.